All right, here's the recording for Darren. So started with the oil pastels. We did just the vase and then the rose. Yeah, so also kind of freely feeling. Yeah, so where should it be? Then I can change it how big it is. Yeah, in the process. Yeah, and if I see if it's going maybe too much in the corner, then I can maybe replace a bit. Yeah? Ирис мелками, да, мы начинаем немножко так рисовать.
Да, но у меня тут почему-то какая-то белая.
Ты не видишь?
Видит.
Окей. Мелками, я постараюсь сильнее мелками нажимать, чтобы было виднее, да? So I'm trying to press a bit harder with the pastels, but you of course can, go.
Рисую, мне ничего не говорят.
Да, я нарисовала мелками, только вот недавно начали. Голубая линия ваза, да, в углу такая вот тут. Оп. Yeah. И розочку я как бы вот так намечаю, да, где, мне кажется, розочка должна жить, да, в моем букете. You can also bit like color, yeah. So if, especially with the rose, because it's kind of, to trick to do it nicely, is to do all this game of light and shadow, yeah, and especially with some little borders of light somewhere, yeah. So I can also somewhere mark if I want somewhere a shadow, I know, yeah, and then maybe mark some kind of the lines. Yeah, but still the idea of oil pastels is more the composition, yeah, so, and maybe kind of the size. Yeah? So I can maybe take the green, create this these leaves. And so the stem of the rose, yeah, it goes differently as in the picture. So then you just invent, yeah, how it goes in the inside the vase, yeah. General story between vase and the stem above. I think we also did once transparent. It just kind of, you make it more more light, yeah. So I put more color on top, yeah, and the one and the stem below, I go lightly, even sometimes with the white yeah, pastel, I can go on top and it's kind of more for me, and then I see already something more like transparent. All right, I was planning to put also the purple crocus, yeah. So mainly I'll follow the same composition, yeah, lavender behind, these peace flowers, yeah, kind of falling out. So somewhere here under the rose, I'll try to get in the purple crocus. Yeah, somewhere here. Yeah, and I said also can cover kind of, yeah. So I already put a stem of my rose, but now I say, okay, I want a flower there. Yeah, so of course, crocus are the flowers that are not kind of really hard to put in the vase, but all right, that's gonna be an experiment. Maybe 1, 2. Okay, I'll go further with other flowers, and then I decide, yeah, if I want to add another crocus or change the position or something. Yeah. With lavender, it's nice to put them kind of also several of them together. Yeah, so more kind of together fluffy. Yeah. And basically, yeah, just like dots somewhere around. Yeah. So, yeah. Ирис — это как такой эскиз, да, вот я начертила там у меня вот тут лаванду как палочки, да, и такие точечки вокруг, просто вот чтобы у меня уже создалось ощущение, как вот мой такой букет будет. Let's see, some here on the side. All right, and then with some light pink, yeah, or depends, maybe we can start with green to do the stems of these flowers. Yeah, something also to project somewhere. So the idea is, of course, I can later all correct it with the paints. Yeah, so now it's more, should feel like playing. Yeah, and these peace flowers, that's where you also can go like really sketchy light, yeah, because the feeling of them should be, it's kind of, they have this all movement and lightness. Yeah, so you can really do all right, I'll add maybe a second one. I'm still thinking. In the vase, as you want, you can do some strikes of green, yeah, just like as if there are some, but still, like when you do some stems inside the vase, still like kind of think, yeah, how they are there, yeah. So probably here on the left side of the vase, it would be more empty, yeah, because kind of all flowers. Yeah, so just approximately. So we have a bee, and I'm still deciding on crocus. All right. So the bee basically, of course, it's black, yellow, yeah, some little spots. Also find a good position for the bee, yeah, maybe so. Yeah, so a little bit, one black spot for the head. And then some yellow, then there should be like 2 wings. Oh, oh. It's pretty, almost like a heart. Ирис, ты у меня потерялась. Да, еще все успеваешь? Мы еще тут только рисуем. Yeah, so that's my bee. Yeah, it's also different. Yeah, there's one yellow spot a bit bigger, another yellow spot smaller. Yes. Вы меня видите или Сима? Да. So the crocus also has this yellow part. Yeah, I'll mark it so not to forget later to. And all right, I go for second crocus to fill a little bit this gap. Yeah, so one a little bit open, another one closer. Ирис, ты вернулась, я вас снова слышу.
Да. Это было... У меня, видимо, компьютер сломался. Только мы не видим этот скрин, где рисовать надо. Там скрин рисовал.
Some technical issues for.
That's technology for you.
Теперь видим. Так себе. Вот так, да? Вот хорошо.
Починилось, но отлично.
Нет, не починилось. Мы через телефон зашли, у меня компьютер просто перестал работать.
Я еще не успела нарисовать то, что вы нарисовали.
Ну, конечно, да, это же понятно. Это не... Мы тебя ждем, да, вот. Скажи мне, что у тебя есть, я могу тебе словами помочь.
Я сейчас рисую лаванду.
Отлично, да. Вот такие палочки. Не обязательно очень детально, потому что мы все равно будем делать красками, да. Больше именно вот так провела палочку, точечки, чтобы где она находится, да, вот это важнее. А красками уже будем вот детально ее рисовать. Да.
Теперь я начну рисовать некоторые линии, все цветы.
Mel, how's your sketch?
Okay, I'll say.
So ready to switch? All right. Ирис, тогда будем красками рисовать, или тебе нужно еще время?
Еще нужно время.
Хорошо, пастель. Yeah, we're gonna give a few more minutes for the girl, yeah, because she had this her computer issues. Yeah, meanwhile we can. I can think of maybe.
So I'm following you. I'm just doing it in paint. All right. I'm doing the same as the rose. I'm just doing it in paint.
All right, all right. Move. Oh, I'll go slowly with putting my paints on the palette. Yeah, because I think the girl, she has gouache, so she can open them. So, colors again, yeah, reds and pink. So a little bit similar like last Saturday. So I have my light pink here, and then squeeze some red. And dark pink. The purple. So with the purple, I usually never have it, so it's always mixing blue and red. And then it's kind of always good to have like lighter or cleaner, yeah, the colors. Then the purple is also kind of nicer. And then I add a bit of white, and then I have two purples, yeah. So the one I mixed, and the half I mix with white, and then I have the light one and the darker one, yeah. And say, okay, the greens, yeah. So the green again, it's typical, you'll have some light, and dark one is always good to mix with a little drop of black, because in itself, this green, it's kind of a bit, it's a bit of dull, yeah, it's kind of, you don't really use it directly. So, and a little bit of black makes it really nice, like deep good color. Yeah. Ирис, как у тебя дела?
Сейчас я выложила краски, и сейчас буду начинать.
Молодец, да, я вот тоже еще выкладываю краски, да, так что вот уже можно приступать скоро. The yellow, of course, is also very nice, because then, yeah, you can make this like sunshine green, yeah, and it's good if in some moment you make the painting a bit too dark, a bit too dirty, yeah, then one can save it. So then I have like kind of three corners, and then I use also some white here in the middle. All right, we can start maybe with the rose. Yeah, this is kind of something that we can, it's detailed. Yeah, so we can start, then leave it, go back to other flowers, and then come back to retouch. Yeah, and so I suggest also to start with the light colors. Yeah, it's usually kind of defined. Yeah, and then try to save the places that will be with the light rose. So this kind of this petal. Ирис, розочку я начинаю рисовать розочку и начинаю рисовать вот со самых светлых мест. Да, вот, то есть я вот так выбираю, где у меня будут светлые лепестки, и я как бы буду стараться эти места сохранить, да, не потерять. Потом, когда я буду делать темные места, да, чтобы вот, потому что темные всегда, конечно, легче, да, закрасить, как бы, темным по светлому легко, а светлым по темному уже сложнее. Поэтому я вот, да, вот примерно такие, которые самые светлые. Да. So I did like really this light, this Nepal, this yellow paint. Yes, yeah, so this really light pink. And then again, like last time, I go like one step darker pink. Yeah, so I add a little drop of another pink. Yeah. And then go and I can decide, yeah, where. Of course, one can paint a rose really like detailed and yeah, so if one can want, you can start this painting and then leave it, then the next day come back and go like retouching. Yeah. Или я иду как бы вот от светлой розовой к темному, как в прошлый раз, помнишь, мы делали тоже, мы взяли розовый, потом мы брали розовый чуть потемнее, да, то есть ты смешиваешь, если у тебя, вот, допустим, красный, ты его должна смешать с белым, да, тогда у тебя получится розовый, а потом будешь брать уже, допустим, просто красный, да, и вот как бы так вот по кусочкам эту розочку мы ее собираем, да, где вот потемнее, где посветлее. Так очень точно не обязательно, да, потому что вот она такая вся, да, ну вот примерно такими разными как дугами. It could help also, like, for example, we did some light parts of rose and now jump to the dark ones. So I will mix, like, I'm mixing dark pink and red, yeah, together. At this point, maybe it can be without the black, yeah, just because it's just enough that it's darker. And then later we can retouch with the, yeah, and then I can go kind of straight maybe for the, because it helps me kind of cover empty spaces of the rose, yeah, so kind of have it more or less defined. And then later, like what's left, I can already decide which kind of pink in between could be there, yeah, because of course it's very, yeah, and then you can just look at the picture, and it has all this. And of course, we try to do the rose really kind of in a quick way, yeah, but we'll try to do that it still has this feeling, yeah. Okay, I'll add a little bit of black because I feel I want this a bit deeper, yeah.
Там что тоже?
Или вот что, а какой-то вот, значит, мы добавляем, допустим, в красный белый, чтобы у нас было вот розовый, светлый. Потом мы можем использовать красный как вот напрямую из банки. И мы можем вот на палете смешать красный и немножко черного. Но вот совсем-совсем немножко, чтобы он не превратился в такой грязно-черный, а чтобы он все равно был такой красный, более такой глубокий. Да? И вот у нас как бы вот такая комбинация вот этих светлые, средние и темные тона. И вот с помощью них, да, мы тогда вот как бы тут и создаем такие... Да? То есть вот попробуй смешать тоже с черным немножко. Да? Вот, то есть вот этот краешек. Да, я делаю. Yeah, so mixed a little bit of black and now go some spots of... Yeah, the rose is usually kind of, yeah, of course, not so easy as lavender, but so just give a bit more time for the rose. Ирис, роза обычно она сложнее, да, поэтому вот мы ей сейчас так немножко больше времени уделяем, да, потом уже остальные цветы уже пойдут легче, да, лаванда и цветной горошек.
Меньше краски. Такие краски получаются. Меньше.
So I keep on playing with the pinks. Yeah, I have almost all my rows kind of covered. So let's see. So then also coming back, just plain red, Yeah, because usually you mix, but then sometimes you forget you can use just what you have in a. Yeah, Mel, if you have any doubts about rose, you can send me, of course. Yeah, so some parts I felt were too light, so then I just go maybe like with the with darker pink on top a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, because these white lines also they don't have to jump out. Yeah, you remember this trick that we do, that we kind of sit back and halfly close your eyes, and then at once you will spot what is jumping. And then so like the light spots, both the dark ones, yeah, sometimes of course the dark ones they just become, they kind of go together, but with the light spots they're really, yeah, it's a good trick. All right, I will leave maybe my rose for the later touch-up, yeah, to let it dry. And we can move maybe to lavender. Lavender is nice. Yeah, so I will go mixing purple. Ирис, у тебя фиолетовый цвет есть готовый или тебе фиолетовый надо смешивать?
У меня есть готовый.
Ну тогда умничка. Тогда вот что нам нужно два фиолетовых, вот потемнее и светлее. Да? То есть вот на палете положи, значит, свой готовый фиолетовый, а вторую кучку фиолетового надо смешать с белым. Да? Тогда он будет такой вот светлый. И вот двумя цветами мы будем создавать лаванду, чтобы вот она была местами у нее там темные пятнышки, местами у нее светлые. So now I'm creating two purples. Yeah, one light, one dark. Yeah, and I can use also. Someone wants to use two brushes at the same time. It's also possible. And I'm starting with the light purple. Yeah, going kind of almost all over, and then with the dark touch-ups. Или что я делаю? Я сначала беру светло-фиолетовый и как бы его кладу сначала, да? Вот почти вот примерно по весь как цветочек идет. И вот я такие просто вот как тыкаю кисточкой вот так тук-тук, да, и создаю такие точечки. Но не нужно как бы весь прокрашивать, потому что все равно между лавандой там есть как бы немножко вот пространство воздуха, да, то есть небольшие дырочки у нас тоже должны оставаться. Yeah, so I'm just it's basically like creating dots, yeah, but I still remember that I need some space in between. Yeah, so I'm not covering all with the purple, but I'm leaving some air, yeah, in between, especially because I'll have to go on top with darker spots. Yeah, so yeah, and no worries if like if lavender goes a bit more fluffy, it's even better. Yeah, if some kind of, maybe in real life it won't be so, but in the painting it looks a bit splashy. Yeah, and also later we'll create all these drops if you're not afraid to get a bit messy on your table, then so these flowers, of course, is already easier and it's more like a feeling. Yeah, you create the color with the shape, but it's not. Yeah, and in this point, of course, you can go like over your oil pastels in a different way. Yeah, oil pastel is just direction, but that don't necessarily like follow strictly. Yeah, so if you feel something should be longer, bigger, yeah, then we can go. Вот, Ирис, я прохожусь по, вот где я решила у меня лаванда, я прохожусь просто вот точечками, да, ставлю кисточку, да, и могу где-то вот так побольше точечек, поменьше. И потом вторым слоем вот такой вот эти темный фиолетовый пойдем, да. Ну, что я сделаю сначала? So, till I have my kind of brush in light purple, I will go for the crocus a bit. Yeah, so there is again this game of light and dark purple. So kind of the tips of crocus are lighter. Yeah, and the part going down will be a bit darker. Yeah. Я тут внизу я добавила еще два таких цветочка. На первой картине у меня их нет. Ты или сможешь сама решить, как тебе нравится, не нравится. Да, и... All right. Then moving to the darker purple. Yeah, also I tried to have my brush more dry, yeah, in this point, because otherwise with water you won't get the spots, but it will be, of course, or like fluidy and messy. Yeah, so I mean, if the first layer with the light purple, I could do a bit more watery. Now either I wait, yeah, till it dries, but if I don't, then I go with more dry brush. Или когда я вот иду сверху вторым цветом, если у меня еще не высохло, тогда как бы лучше меньше воды на кисточке, да, иначе все будет растекаться. Вот, поэтому кисточка как бы более такая сухая, у меня вот есть тут всегда салфетка, я об салфетку вытираю кисточку, и тогда как бы лезу в краску, и тогда уже она краска будет больше как точечками садиться, и она не будет растекаться. And I go on top with dots. Yeah. Also going maybe in the start, go a bit more careful, yeah, to see how big are your dots. So not to make it just simply all dark, yeah. And then if you feel, okay, my dots are this size, and then you can go more. Yeah, and also maybe darkness can go more on one side, yeah, with a little bit on the other. Или я вот так по чуть-чуть пробую точечки, да, то есть смотрю, какого они у меня размера получаются. Если слишком большие, тогда мне будет тогда меньше точечек, да, чтобы не сделать все таким темным фиолетовым, да, чтобы все-таки светло-фиолетовый тоже у меня там остался. Да. И вот я так аккуратно по чуть-чуть проверяю, да, как моя кисточка, как краска садится на... Yeah, so also trying to break here, I have talking, and then I've noticed I've created like 3 parallel lines. Yeah, so now I can try to break them a little bit. Maybe. So my lavender, and then I use the same brush and purple to go for the crocus. Yeah, so it's going for the lower part. I'm here trying to also cover this theme of rose. It's kind of actually becomes cool because it's kind of becomes halfly transparent. I mean, I can see it a bit. So, but later you can decide if some green steams are going over. Yeah, so it's kind of. Yeah, for the crocus, I can add a bit of pink maybe. Yeah, to kind of make this kind of dark purple pink and also have some parts. And you see some parts, for example, I can leave even with these oil pastels that I did, like the bee or this inside of crocus, or some parts can be left for as it is, yeah, as you did it in oil pastel. So it's not really. Okay. All right, going for the peace flowers. They have to be light, yeah. So in this case, you can use more water, yeah, do it more watery, then wait till it's dry, and do kind of then second layer, yeah, because the watery layer, of course, will be like kind of one the same transparent, and then can use maybe even more thinner brush to do some lines or something, yeah. But we start then with the then again some pink, yeah. I can add more white in it. So the idea is also to get it more kind of really light, and then later I was going around with the background, yeah, and then these transparent flowers will kind of show up. Следующее я делаю, я перехожу вот на эти цветочки, да, на цветной горошек, который тут. И они такие вот легкие, расплывчатые, да, и вот в этот раз можно использовать больше воды на кисточке и вот намешать, и вот будем здесь несколько слоев делать. Вот первый слой такой легкий, воздушный, я вот наношу, а потом уже вторым, третьим слоем, когда подсохнет, я смогу нанести такой более какие-то отдельные линии, кусочки. Yeah, so I'm going over with my transparent pink. So somewhere it can be even more white. Yeah, for example, I did now, I just covered kind of all with pink, but then I can take just plain white and add some, yeah, then add some parts somewhere. Yeah. Okay, and then I will let it dry. In the meantime, we'll go for the green, because green is also kind of something that you go retouching several times, yeah, because it has many different, like darker, lighter green. So, yeah, but we'll start to have all the painting more finished, yeah, and then. So first, I'll take my thin brush and go around these the peace flowers, yeah, all these curvy lines, yeah. Yeah, so it depends. Of course, with the oil pastels, they are kind of a bit more fat. Doesn't matter, I just go on top. Yeah, and because you remember also later, for example, yeah, if somewhere you went like really fat on the line, yeah, like don't try to fight and remove it now, because later when we go for the background, there you can go like and correct your line if you want it thinner. And here I also go and create this a little bit under the flower, yeah, where it's connecting to the stem. So kind of a triangle, yeah. So it's not just the flower and some stick, it's always this part. Yeah. Ирис, я вот в этих цветочках, да, которые такие воздушные, вот когда я рисую стебелек, вот как бы нужно всегда нарисовать вот такой маленький треугольничек, да, внизу цветочка, где они соединяются. Да, то есть не просто цветочек и палочка, а вот всегда идет немножко такое как бы соединение, да, где цветочек крепится. And then again, remember, you don't have, you know, to do all the lines. So it's somewhere you miss it. Yeah, somewhere it's kind of just by drawing with the paint. Somewhere paint is over, and then leave it this way. Yeah, so later maybe it can be another color there, or leave it like without a line. Yeah, you know, this trick not to have the worms. Yeah, as I have light green now on my brush, I do also maybe some light touch-ups on rose, these leaves, and later, of course, I go with this darker green. Yeah, but then still I have some little game there of lighter and darker green. Yeah, and now I prepare my green with black. Yes. Yeah, always very carefully. Yeah, not to do too much black. So adding little by little, and then once you have this nice deep green. Вот эти листочки под розочкой, да, они такие более темные, там такой более темно-зеленый, да, у розы они такие. Да, это зеленый, вот как мы смешивали красный, совсем чуть-чуть с черным. Вот та же самая история с этим зеленым, да, то есть он делается таким более глубоким цвет, но нужно вот по чуть-чуть добавлять черный и смотреть, как он у тебя получается, да. То есть я вот отдельно на своей палете смешаю, смотрю, и когда вот мне подходит цвет, тогда я уже кисточкой лезу на бумагу. And I can use again this, so I'm going with dark, yeah, come back for this green pea stems, yeah, do some maybe darker little touch-ups, but also not everywhere, just somewhere. Yeah.
Ну что там случилось? Мама.
Oh, again, the troubles, poor girl. Today is not her lucky day. With technology, we all know it. So, going for the other, all these green parts, yeah, it's all already more free. I can do some little touch-ups of green in the middle of the lavender, yeah, just kind of marking the central line of lavender, but also very you say it, this line in computer also dash line. Yeah, so yeah, just a little bit, also maybe to break a little bit this. If the under all together, then with lines can create. So, and all these steams inside the vase, yeah. Of course, I try to imagine, yeah, which flowers can, like how they're going inside, but I'm not making too much headache about it because, yeah, it's kind of, they're a mess all inside, yeah, so just approximately I create the directions, yeah. Also maybe trying not to go too dark, yeah, and then inside the vase, yeah, but later also it's easy, you know, when it's dry, you kind of just go with the white on top and so can add maybe some leaves for lavender if there are like some space around, yeah, so just also see if you need to cover some empty spaces, then just add some other flower or some leaves. And of course my crocus flowers looking here a little bit maybe, yeah, squeezed in, nothing to do, all for Darth who is not today. So what I will do, I will go a little bit, so work on the base, yeah, to have this part also closer to ready. And so it's kind of game of a lot of different colors, but in general they're all light, yeah, they all mixed with white. So I can go, for example, with the can start with the light blue, yeah, and go this left side of painting. Yeah, so either a lot of white or also a lot of water can also help. But then, of course, it depends if depends on your paper. Yeah, if the paper is not good quality, then it all gets smashed, the paper. So yeah, for example, I can really feel it, and sometimes I can already know, okay, if this is my like experimental paper, yeah, then I better not use too much water, yeah, otherwise it's then. And then if I said, okay, this is my kind of nice drawing, you take better paper. So like from 300, I can already feel really the difference. And so on the palette, you can create different kind of light green. Yeah, can go also with yellow. Yeah, maybe mix yellow with green. So it will help kind of create light. Yeah, it will show it's kind of, okay, there are steams inside, but still some kind of something transparent. And this light green also always helps to create this sunshine. Yeah, so kind of nice. Или где вот ваза сама, да, я один бок делаю таким легким голубым, и другой делаю, вот можно намешать желтый и зеленый. Когда смешиваешь желтый и зеленый, получается такой красивый, такой светлый зеленый цвет. Да, вот им можно рисовать вот внутри вазы. Да, тогда получится она такая, как будто она прозрачная и легкая ваза. And what also helps is just to put more darker green on top of the vase. Yeah, so let's say maybe, yeah, so it will help to create the feeling of the vase. Yeah, when on top I have some. Yeah, and in the end, all this space kind of below the rose and between the vase, I will try not to leave without white spots. But what I do, so then I create some dark lines, wait a little bit till it's dry, and then just kind of go over with some light green, and it will cover, yeah, all these spaces in between. And then, yeah, what I can do, so like as we have all these themes kind of messed up, but only the rose, yeah, we can go maybe a little bit more marked, yeah, because we have general this flower very positioned, very strong. So then you can say, aha, this is the rose going, and the rest around there. Yeah. And then of course, if you made inside the vase too light, then you can go with some little strikes of darker color, yeah, just to create. Yeah. And then if it's too much, then you can again go for more. With the background, yeah, can decide. Could be also without, yeah. So here, for example, now you can take a look, 2 examples with and without. Both can look, yeah. Or we can spread maybe a little bit green. Yeah, I'll go experimenting also myself, because I did this background and I felt maybe it looks a bit more childish. Yeah, this blue and green. Yeah, so maybe try to create a bit more interesting background. Yeah, but we have to go also for the piece. Yeah, because we did just 1 layer there, so some work to do there as well. Yeah. Not to get too much headache about it, just like I'm taking first clean wood brush. Yeah, I just got wood green into nice red. So just thin brush, also a bit more dry. Yeah, and just creating these kind of fancy lines, yeah, around the flowers. So also not everywhere, just marking like contour somewhere. Somewhere can be, yeah, not just line, but a bit more surface. Yeah, but still trying kind of to keep the lightness of this flower. Yeah, so not much in general. Yeah, the less we paint there in these flowers, the better, because если вот эти легкие цветочки, горошек, я как бы немножко так обвожу, да, делаю как немножко такой контур, но в любом случае они такие как бы легкие, прозрачные, что как бы лучше, вот чем меньше там нарисуем, тем лучше, да, то есть они как бы такие, да, то есть совсем чуть-чуть я там что-то так вот отметила, и пусть они такие легкие в воздухе и летают, да, вокруг можно сделать потом фон, тогда они будут лучше видны. Yeah, so sometimes you can even like kind of hold your hand and stop yourself. Yeah, not to. Yeah, because we can go for the background and then see, okay, yeah, because with the background, then it could be already enough. Yeah, but now without background, of course, we want to make more, yeah, more visible. And so I will try to go just background, just green. Yeah, some these parts here in between this, in this lower part. Yeah, for the upper part, the sky, then later we can decide. And of course, the cleaner the color, the better. So sometimes, of course, it's kind of tempted to use what's already you have on the palette. Yes, but it's good to check if the color is nice, clean. Yeah, so. It's also a very nice green you can create using this light blue, so this turquoise, yeah, if you have it. And then with mix it with yellow. Yeah, we all know blue and yellow creates green, but these two always, because turquoise, yeah, of its nice blue color, and then with yellow, then you get really nice this green, this sunshine green. And then this time, of course, I can go with more water on my brush, yeah. And then later when it's dry, I can go retouch where, yeah. And remember when we talked, then I can correct also some steams, yeah. So if I got some steams too fat by accident of the brush, now it's the time I can kind of, yeah, color over. Then of course it's kind of very, you have to go accurate, but it's possible, yeah. Just put more paint and just one stroke exactly where you feel. And then next to the flowers, yeah, next to the vase, I can create more intense green. And then once I go outside, yeah, then I'll go with more water and just like wash out. Yeah, so. Yeah, and then sometimes I can go even directly to the white, yeah, and create kind of this mix straight on the paper, yeah. It's also as if you feel. So. Yeah, and can also, that doesn't have to be like background all even, yeah, just like, so it doesn't have to be like a wall, yeah. I can put, for example, a bit more green under some flowers, yeah? So if it's also my aim to especially these flowers to light, so I can kind of go with a little bit of more color. And no worries if you feel, you know, kind of the paint is taking off. Yeah, so I mean, you want to create an even color. You just have to put one layer, wait, and then with the second layer you can manage Yeah, if the aim is to get it like nice, even in some parts. Yeah, and then playing also with the quantity of water. Yeah, so you put some color and then just dip in brush into the water and can just go and blur out. I have no doubt Juice is going with the palette knife around. Yay! Catch you.
That predictable.
And I feel a stem of my purple croquette is missing. I will run very quickly for my charger. Yeah, you keep on. I'll be back. Oh. Cool. So I'm still in doubt about the upper part of sky. What do you think, Mel and Jules? How you feel about?
Sorry, say again.
Tell me what's your ideas about the background? How you feel?
Well, there's no point asking me at the moment because I'm just I've just had loads of colour. What I've done is I've painted what you've painted, and then I've just gone with a pattern knife with some white paint and just gone down. So it all looks like it's going through glass at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going back and just putting in a little bit of detail. So you can see what it is. You're better off asking Mel.
I'm going to go for the blue and green. I like the colour.
All right, but what about the upper part? Would you go for the bluest sky? Or maybe...
Yeah, I'll go with blue sky.
All right, okay. Yeah, in the end, it looks nice, this blue color.
I like it.
All
Что
right.
надо рисовать, Женя?
На каком мы сейчас этапе? На каком?
Я сейчас на вазе, потому что у меня не выходит где-то этот голубой цвет и зеленый.
Да, ну вот голубой ваза, здесь такой светло-голубой и светло-зеленый, да, то есть тебе нужно просто добавить больше белого, да? Если ты смелая, можешь попытаться белым прямо вот как бы белый с водой и вот сверху пройтись по вазе, может быть, она осветлится у тебя, да, если вдруг она темная, например.
Надо мешать, здесь чуть-чуть мешаешь, туда становится светлее. Белый цвет сейчас будет.
Ну, я понимаю, сейчас как бы ты не можешь, да, мне Симы прислать? Так бы я посмотрела.
Нормально у нее этот цвет.
Да? Ну, получается, да, вот светло-голубой намешала, светло-зеленый и такие отдельные полосочки темные, да, и тогда получится.
Он тебе нужно сделать, да, начинать с зайкой?
Я
Начинай, возьми, делай фон. Вот здесь у тебя зеленый хороший. Возьми другую кисточку и белый ставь. Белый.
Когда мама будет с нами рисовать?
В следующий раз.
Договорились. Она обещает?
Да.
Ну вот, фон, да, я беру, значит, снизу у меня здесь будет такой более... Вот похоже, как в прошлый раз тоже было на картинке. У нас был внизу зеленоватый, а сверху будет такой голубоватый, как небо. Да? So now I have my first layer of background dry, and now it's really easy to kind of add these touch-ups of some green, yeah, somewhere maybe below the flowers, and it's kind of, yeah. And then later we'll try to do these wet drops. Oof. That are always good when you create also, for example, the snow. Remember, I think we were painting winter. So, and the blue. And for example, the bee, I left it as it is from the oil pastels. Maybe a little bit the wings can do some touches. Yeah, and then you can go with some blue, maybe a bit lower somewhere. Yes, also the connection doesn't have to be straight, one line. Yes, so it can go. Yes, and again, going directly with white somewhere, yeah, can be an also easy option, kind of mixing. Can do some touch-ups on the wings of the bee, yeah, maybe. So it's kind of. Yeah, and this moment is also, for example, you can take a look and do some darker touch-ups somewhere. Let's say maybe, yeah, so I have this crocus, yeah, then somewhere I can do the shadow, yeah, so like this dark lines, yeah, it's also in the rows can be, yeah, they do kind of really nice. Yeah, could be one more touch with this light peace flowers. Yeah, so now it's also dry, so maybe some darker pink. Yeah, so it's a little bit something like shadow lines. Yeah, somewhere. And I will try to do now the splashes. Yeah, then for the splashes, of course, then 2 brushes. One you create with the color, so you mix the color you want, and it's kind of, yeah, it has to be enough of paint. Yeah, so I'll go with let's say with purple. Yeah, and I mix kind of enough of paint in the pile, and I add water in there, so it has to be a little bit watery. Yeah, maybe not too much, not to dilute the paint, but still, yeah, watery enough so it can move, create these splashes. And then it's just hitting with one brush above another. Yeah, so the one that has the paint, I hold firmly. Yeah, and then with the other brush that is just clean, I use it as a stick, and I kind of, and I hit the one with the color. Yeah, kind of vertical, and then hoops, I go with these splashes. Yeah, and then it's then you can come back, get more paint, get more water. Yeah, and Ирис, я только что объясняла, значит, вот такие, видишь, как точечки такие, брызги. Вот как создать эти брызги, то есть ты намешала какой-то цвет, да, немножко воды тоже на кисточку, вот у меня вот здесь вот фиолетовый, да, то есть довольно много краски на кисточке, да, чтобы было чем брызгать. И потом вот эта кисточка, на которой краска, я ее держу, а другой кисточкой, которая просто чистая, да, просто как палочка, я ее вот так сверху бью, так хопс, и тогда у меня вот от этой кисточки разлетаются, видишь, такие как капельки. Вот можешь попробовать. Раз у вас стол стеклянный, то не будет сложно почистить, да? Можешь попробовать, если хочешь. Yeah, and then you can change the color. You can take, let's say, yeah, pink and yeah, this is kind of a bit tricky. Like, yeah, sometimes the splashes are good, bad, but in general, they always, still look artistic. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a little bit with the aquarelle, yeah, this effect when you paint and then some. So,
yeah, it's definitely cool. I like that.
Yay! And a new good technique from today. Yeah, so let's say maybe I'll mix some red, yeah, some more pink. Water. And also maybe if you get too much, then you just can paint over, yeah, so just go back to some green on your palette and
Как красиво. Еще сюда нужно поставить, если не совсем белый. Ну так, чтобы не было просто белое пятно. Эти белые можно тоже рисовать, но чуть-чуть аккуратнее.
Also, for example, I'm looking now for.
Что значит, что это за фон такой? Понятно.
Как у вас там брызги получается, Сима?
Да, обрывки получаются.
Ой, молодцы, я очень рада. Okay, the girl also got the splashes, so good. I'm happy it worked. I'm also looking, for example, now I feel like the rose is really dominating. Yeah, it's like maybe a little bit also like sitting on top. So what I will do is experiment. I will create some stems above. Yeah, let's say from some lavender. Yeah, so just to say maybe it's going behind. Yeah. So I will try to maybe also some lavender on top. Yeah, let's say if I can maybe just hide it a little bit. Yeah, so. It's of course maybe a bit too late to plan it this way. Had to plan it, yeah, of course, in the start. But I like always, because you know, with you painting, it's kind of second drawing, so it's I can experiment and get messy. And I mean, if I spoil it, I still have another. Yeah, so a little bit, kind of just trying to hide the rose a bit. Ну что, Ирис, получились брызги?
Да,
Не было страшно стучать?
нет.
Молодец, умничка. Да?
У меня почти что на стол не попало.
Даже не попало? Ну, видишь как? У меня обычно летит
Почему?
до компьютера все. Yeah, well, just a little bit.
Правда, на руку больше всего попало.
Ну, руки это точно, да. Ну, художник. Как же у художника чистые руки? Не получается. Yeah, so, and okay, something in the chat. Let me see. Math, yes. All right. The first thing I see, it's the steam's kind of in the air in the vase, but like cutting the paper, I think would could be the best solution. Yeah. So yeah. So it's something maybe that not necessary. You have to. What could do, for example, if you still have or mix some light purple. Yeah, if you want, you can go a bit more fluffy, maybe on lavender. Yeah, if you feel it, it's a bit like splashes. Yeah, splashes style can go maybe just if it feels too like your rose. Yeah, very nice about all these lines. Yeah, so cool. Yeah,
Beautiful. I love it.
yeah, so it's so again the thing I said about this light purple, it's just it's like the style. Yeah, so if you want it more like kind of fluffy painting, it's so you decide, but in general very nice. Yeah, and also like the differences in the base, so the green is darker on top, and then there it really feels like behind the glass. Cool. Yeah, and the splashes. Yeah. What you can do also, maybe Mel, create a bit more maybe dark, yeah, kind of this green behind the, like above the base, yeah. Just, but it's very little, yeah, again. I mean, you already did it. It's, yeah, I'm already just talking to talk. It's all good there. Yeah, well, I think I'm done with mine. I will remove the tape. So we'll wait for Jules. We'll wait if maybe a little girl can send her. I'm very excited to see.
Yeah. I'm not ready with my rose. I'm going to let it dry. It's really wet, and
you should try maybe prepare a hairdryer for one lesson.
Yeah, but my husband's in bed asleep, so I've got to be, because he's been doing nights, so I've got to be really quiet.
Yeah, you can't put headphones for for the.
That's why I've got the.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, what I've done, well, I can show you what I've done, but it's only the basics. I haven't really put any detail in yet. Nice, messy.
We know what Jules likes.
This is nowhere near finished. It needs to dry. I'm going to put it out in the sun. Then I can put the detail in.
But if there is still time, I can try to create maybe one water drop on the rose. Yeah.
Yeah.
As Jules was excited to.
Yeah, I really want to learn more about that.
To improve. So let's just repeat the exercise. So what was it? It was some, let's say somewhere here, I'll try to create a water drop. Then I'll go with some little, light pink. So I'll create the drop itself, yeah? So also because I already have painted, so it's not like on the white paper. Yeah, so, but yeah, somewhere here.
Что-нибудь сушить, например, брать. Мама не рвет бумагу.
Так, еще раз.
I'll go with the big drop. Yeah.
Она не рвет, мама?
Ну, больше так не будет.
Then, okay, let's see. Wait a little bit. Okay, and then what was it? It was the shadow under the drop. Yeah, so just the halfway, yeah, half circle. It was the. Yeah, and then if it's not like really nicely, then just clean my brush and can correct it a bit. And then what was the important part? It was this highlight. Then I just dig into my plain white and create some drop. And then I have to divide also the drop in itself in two colors. Yeah, so, and usually it's a bit darker where the highlight is. Yeah, so let's say I take some dark pink. Yeah, of course, it's easier to create when it's when you have your paper, yeah, when you're just starting. But yeah, so somewhere, yeah, in this case, like the highlight can be even just the paper. Yeah, that's not. Or a bit darker. Yeah, the thing is, of course, it's like very tiny job to do. Yeah, so it's you do this with a small brush and yeah. So, but the story is kind of this four parts. So the body, and then the shadow, yeah, because it's kind of still object and it gives the shadow on its own, and then I go. Yeah, with the highlight. So here maybe the shadow can be also a bit little, yeah, a bit more. I can remove, so or blend out a bit the shadow and the highlight. Yeah. So if the highlight also not too much, too little, yeah, then I just go with some darker just around the highlight as well. Yeah, it's kind of the also when we're painting eyes. We have this the lightest spot, and then exactly the darkest part goes around it, yeah, right. And then the rest part of eye is kind of more blended out. So.
I mean, when I watered the garden this morning, I sprayed the window so I could see what the water drops look like.
Oh. Well, in this moment, Yeah, but take a
This
picture
morning.
and then you can
Yeah.
study the picture.
Yeah, because I was looking at them because as you say with the colours, it's knowing where to put that shadow in. So like with that rose last week, I'm looking at that bud, and one of them, it really, really does look like a water drop, but the other two just looks like splodges. And I'm thinking, But I can see now what you're saying there. It's not literally just that mark around it. It needs to be different shades in there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of, but also like this good picture of Darren last time, and you could see that all the drops were really different. Yeah, so not all of them had the shadow here, like under and below. Someone you could feel somehow they have the shadow on top. Yeah. And of course, then some drops were on the light side, and they were all more kind of clear. The ones on the shadow side, it's almost like they're all with color. So but
that's my new study.
But structure in itself, the structure goes Jill, sorry. Ooh, yay. Whew.
But it's not anywhere near finished, but it needs to dry. I'll go and put it out in the sun because it's not a cloud in the sky now, so I'll go and put it out on the
it's very good color combination this time. So with this purple of lavender and
I will put the sweet peas and the bee in and everything. Just it's really, really wet, so it needs to dry. But I've done the splodges in it. So what I will do then is I'll go back, put in all the petals, and then I'll have a go doing the water drops.
Honestly, your rose I really like. I mean, or you mean the petals for the others?
So I'm going to put in. What I might do is put in an. So I will need to put a bit of definition in the lavender because they're just splodges at the moment, and then put the sweet peas in, and the bee.
I think
it's like, just really wet.
The spots, these light pink spots of peas could be really nice. And then cool. Very
it's just really, really, thank you. It really, really is wet, so it's no point. All I do is make it muddy.
I'll send the little girl's work to the group.
Look at that.
Ирис, какая у тебя сегодня отличная работа получилась. Я в восторге. Слушай, какая умничка. Мне очень нравится ваза твоя и роза, и вот этот цветной горошек, да. Если и скотч у вас в этот раз очень хорошо, да, отошел.
Make a really good fabric print. Imagine on fabric.
Джулс говорит, что очень хорошо, вот если такой на ткани, например, очень хорошо сработал бы твой рисунок. I just translated Jules to the girl. Wow, I'm very amazed. Отличная работа, Ирис. Очень-очень нравится.
I'll tell you what, Mal, yours would be good with a border around it.
It needs something else, I think.
A really nice border or something. Look lovely on the wall.
I think it's my favourite one yet, I think.
It's the colours, they're really striking, and the rose, you've got that shadow in it. It's lovely.
That's about a third coat of paint on that rose. That's hard.
What's it like in Plymouth? Is the sun out?
It's a little bit out. It's a little bit overcast, but it's just quite hot and muggy.
It's coming your way then. We've got brilliant sunshine now, but it was really what you had earlier. And now there's not a cloud. It's going your way. There's not a cloud in the sky. So it's coming your way.
That would be good. I've got purple paint all over my table now.
I've got to clean up. Filthy.
Well, all right, my girls.
Thank you.
It was a very summerly, flowery today.
It was lovely. Me too. Thank you.
Well, thank you, of course. Any special wishes, Mel? Or
No?
no? Any special wishes for the next time, Jules?
I wouldn't mind doing a sunflower at some point.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, we can continue with the flowers. Why not?
Yeah, just with the sunflower, that'd be really good. I would struggle with a sunflower.
Like Van Gogh style or
Can be, or whatever. Just doing a head of a sunflower would struggle with. So I'd really like to learn how to do that.
you just have lots of artworks going on.
I've got it. I'm surrounded by my artwork. I'm back into it again now.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll see you next week.
See you next week then, Mel, and see you, Evie.
Yeah,
Bye then.
bye-bye,
See ya.
Mel.
Bye everyone.
Jules.
Bye. Bye.